Do you think life is just a series of coincidences? What if I told you that history seems to be repeating itself over and over again? Is it a matrix-like pattern of errors or a cosmic joke? The 5 events I'm about to describe will shake your perception of reality. Buckle up, because history is repeating itself today. The year is 1898. Not even a single nail has been hammered into the Titanic, its massive smokestacks unimaginable. Yet a man, Morgan Robertson, sat at his desk writing down one of history's most terrifying prophecies. His book was titled Futility. In it, a colossal ship called the Titan, supposedly unsinkable, would sink on a precisely April night, striking an iceberg in the freezing waters of the North Atlantic. 14 years later, the real world transformed every word Robertson wrote into a bloody reality. The ship's name, speed, tonnage, the lack of lifeboats, even the coordinates where it sank, everything was exactly the same. Was Robertson a prophet or a fugitive who leaked the universe's secret plan early? Perhaps sometimes when someone writes the future, they use not just ink, but fate itself. There is no mathematical explanation for such a precise coincidence, only a chilling reality. Do you believe some places have a memory? That park in Erdington, England, is perhaps the center of the most cursed cycle in the world. In 1817, a woman named Mary Ashford was found dead in the same park after a dance party. The suspected killer was a man named Thornton, who was released due to insufficient evidence. Exactly 157 years passed. Times changed, fashion changed, people changed, but the scenario remained the same. In 1974, on the very same day, a woman named Barbara Forrest was found dead in the same park, again after a dance party. The suspected killer of Barbara also strangely had the surname Thornton. The 2 victims shared the same birthday. All the details of the 2 events were like a reflection in a mirror. The Earth had not forgotten that blood for 157 years, reenacting the same tragedy with the same settings. Is time a circle rather than a line? Could the fog of Erdington still carry the scent of that terrible cycle? Could a single wrong maneuver by a driver change world history forever? In 1914, the first assassination attempt on Archduke Franz Ferdinand in the streets of Sarajevo ended in complete failure. The bomb didn't explode, and the assassin, Princip, resigned himself to defeat and went off to eat his sandwich in a corner. Everything seemed over. The world had narrowly avoided disaster. But fate demanded blood that day. The Archduke's driver, having lost his way, turned into a narrow alley directly in front of the shop where the assassin was sitting. The engine stalled, the reverse gear jammed, time stopped. When Princip looked up from his sandwich, the world's most important target stood before him, defenseless. Only 2 shots were fired, but those 2 bullets ignited the fuse that started World War I, a war that would kill 20 million people. If that driver had turned the previous way, we might be living in a completely different world today. Have you ever considered how your small, wrong decisions can change the universe?
King Umberto of Italy entered a restaurant and saw his twin. Both were born on the same day and married women with the same name. And then came the ominous finale. When the restaurant owner died, the king was shot dead the moment he received the news. It was as if the universe had erased 2 objects carrying the same code simultaneously. At the bloodiest, most chaotic moment of the war, in the dusty trenches of Sank, a 1 in 600 million chance occurred. 2 bullets from different barrels collided midair, merging into a single piece of metal. This wasn't just a physical miracle. It was the locking together of 2 different lives, 2 different purposes, and 2 different sorrows in a single millisecond. If those bullets hadn't met in midair, perhaps 2 different people would have died at that moment. 2 different families would have been devastated. Those 2 bullets now stand in a museum, like the quietest yet most powerful monument to peace in history. The bullets that united in midair whisper to us, even amidst the greatest chaos, fate has a millimeter-precise and flawless calculation. Is it coincidence or an unstoppable and irresistible destiny? Sometimes even death shakes hands in midair. Is all this a coincidence? Perhaps we are just rehearsing a history that has already unfolded. Have you ever had a moment in your life when you thought, "This can't be happening"? Share your thoughts in the comments. Don't forget to subscribe